So before we begin, I'd like to invite the crowd to participate in a little short 2 to 3 minute activity with me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to present to you guys a series of media. So photos, images, and videos that I found on the internet. And I want you to either think to yourself or speak to the person beside you briefly about your thoughts on this media. So first up, to the left there, we have a very cute video of penguins. Very adorable, all freshly hatched. So cute, right? And then right next to it, we have a very beautiful lady with a very nice face of makeup on. Very talented makeup artist, whoever did that. And then right next to her here, we have a video of a giraffe being rescued from a cliff, saved by very kind humanitarian workers. And then lastly, since we're in a movie theater, I thought I should include an image of famous actors Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as their latest characters, Deadpool and Wolverine. So here we have a very interesting set of video with absolutely no correlation to each other, in case you haven't noticed. But what if I told you that none of this video was taken or created by a human? So I know some of you may be thinking, well, what does he mean by this? They finally trained dogs to take photos. Ladies, you don't need your husbands anymore, you can just get a dog and train it. Well, unfortunately, you're wrong. We still do need our husbands. But what I do mean by this is that all of these photos and videos were generated by AI software. So the videos in particular, they were originally a set of photos that were plugged into OpenAI's video program and turned into a video. And these photos are some of the first results I found on the internet when I searched up AI-generated photo. So pretty interesting, right? So now that you know my trick, I'm going to present to you guys another set of media. So this next set of images actually is a mixture between artificially generated images as well as human-created images. So what I want you guys to do with the audience is from top left to bottom right, let's say, I'm going to take you through the images and I want you guys to raise your hand if you think it was generated by AI. So first let's start with the guy making fried rice. Do you think that was generated by AI or not? Okay, I see a bunch of hands there, maybe about 20% of the audience. So that image is actually real. The fried rice is a prop. It's like one of those classic things you see at restaurants. That's really fun. Over here, the picture of Bryan Cranston as Walter White. Who thinks it's generated by AI? Yes. All right, we have a few more hands here. So yeah, this image was generated by artificial intelligence, very good artificial intelligence, in fact. And then let's go down to the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Do you guys think this is a real painting created by a human or something generated by artificial intelligence? Raise your hand. Those of you who raise your hand would be correct. This is generated by artificial intelligence. Look at the detail it can put into that, right? And then over here, this monkey. Who thinks this is generated by AI? All right, very few hands here. Yeah, so this is a real photo. I don't know who took it, but it's weird, right? And then lastly over here is probably the most bizarre one of them all. I found this one on Instagram last night. It's a guy riding a lobster at a gas station. Who thinks that one was finally generated by artificial intelligence? Those of you who kept your hands down here would be correct. It was not generated. I don't know where this came from, but it's real. Anyway, so that's a fun little activity, right? So you may notice that even though I told you guys there was a mixture of AI and human images here, some of you still made the mistake of thinking they were, each other, and that's okay because it's very convincing. So today it's incredibly easy to access any form of media just through your phone. So videos, entertainment, news, articles, activism. It's all just a click away. You guys are scrolling like this, or thumb scrollers do this. And a lot of this information that we see is convincing. Well, what I mean by this is that typically when you see a video or a photo, it's accompanied by a caption, and that caption provides information on that video or photo. For example, if you see a picture of a building, you may get information on the building's name, how it was constructed, who built it, the architect behind it, when it was finished, etc., etc., etc. And when we see these videos with captions, we expect the people behind it and the organizations to be providing accurate and genuine information. However, unfortunately, that's not always true. There's been a rise in modern media where artificial intelligence is being used to spread misinformation and push certain agendas along with videos and photos. So one previous example I showed you guys a while ago is that, do you guys remember the first slide? There was a video of a giraffe being rescued from a cliff. This one right here, yeah? So when I found that video, it was on a TikTok account that promoted environmentalism and animal activism. This was a few months ago. I found this in my camera roll from a really long time ago. So this was found on a TikTok account that promoted environmentalism and animal activism. In the captions, there was information, surprisingly. This information included the name of the giraffe, some of the names of people that rescued it, where it was going, and get this, charity links. But it's all made up. None of it's real. Where's that money going? That's the danger of AI. It can be used to manipulate public opinion. There were people in the comments that were obviously skeptical about this video, that were calling it out for being fake. Where are the cameras? Why are there so many angles? But there were equally as many people believing this. They were sharing it. Thousands of shares on this video. And even if 1 in every 1,000 people that viewed this video donated, that's still how many thousands of dollars going where? To a fake cause? So even though there's many ways that artificial intelligence can be used to manipulate public opinion, I'd like to share with you guys the 2 more concerning ones as of today. So that would be deepfake and voiceover technology. So first, let's start with deepfake technology. So what is a deepfake? A deepfake is when AI takes an existing video or creates an entirely new one and changes certain actions of the person in that video. So this could be, you can change their facial movements, you can change how their lips move, you can change their arms, you can change their mannerisms. So for example, like there's a public speaker, you can change their lips so that it looks like they're saying something completely different from what they're saying. So it makes people do things they never actually did. Now, why is this dangerous? Well, imagine seeing a video of a politician, a celebrity, or someone you know personally, and they're doing something scandalous. They're doing something, saying something scandalous, even though they never actually did it. It looks real and it sounds real, and it looks exactly like them. So you believe it's them, but it's not actually them. If that's not real enough for you guys, then let's take it into a scarier context, into a legal context. I'd like you guys to imagine yourself, okay? What is your favorite store to shop at? The guys, you may say, Home Depot. The girls, Sephora. So let's, sorry about that. That was very, okay, so let's say you were shopping at your favorite store, whichever it is, and you're going through the small items section. So you're putting some things in your cart, shopping, and suddenly, out of nowhere, an employee comes up to you and accuses you of putting something in your bag, aka stealing. So obviously you didn't, so you oppose this, and the employee opposes you back, and they call their manager, and somehow, one way or another, you end up in court. Now in court, there's these 2 big powers called the judge and the jury, and if they both decide you're guilty, then you're guilty. That's the basis of it. But you're pretty confident in this court because you know you have no evidence, they have no evidence against you. Then out of nowhere, a big screen pulls up cinematically, like this one, out of nowhere. And it shows a CCTV camera footage directed right at you. This is you right here. But that's not you, but it looks like you. But you know you weren't wearing those clothes on that day, but why does it look like me? So right on the CCTV camera, it shows you at an angle, taking things on the shelf, sliding into your pocket, taking that, sliding in your pocket, and then again, another CCTV camera, this way this time, and it shows you walking out of the store with stuffed pockets. And the jury sees this, it looks real. The judge sees this, it looks real, and you're in jail and your life is ruined. Yeah, so that's what's happening with deepfake technology today. That's what could be happening. We don't know if it's happening, but it could be happening. It's taking people and it's putting them into scenarios they were never in. That's so dangerous. So now, what do you think is going to happen if that were mixed with voiceover technology? It's exactly as it says it is. It's a technology that takes a sample of your voice and it imitates its mannerisms, it imitates your tone, it imitates the way you speak, it imitates my stutters, and it imitates everything about the way you speak. And it's become so advanced that even with just a short 2-minute sample of your voice, it can perfectly imitate your dialogue. So there's another video I can't show you guys because of copyright issues, but it's about the famous singer Justin Bieber. You guys know who he is. It's about him singing the song Nothing's Gonna Change My Love For You by George Benson. It's just a 3-minute audio clip on YouTube, and it sounds super like him. When I first heard it, I thought it was him. You guys should search that up after this to get a really good example of voiceover technology. But if voiceover technology could be used to imitate celebrities and singers, then it could be used to imitate you as well. So imagine the implementations of this. It's become so advanced that you won't be able to tell over the phone the difference between your loved ones, an authority figure, even yourself. You get a call one day and it sounds like you. What do you mean? What? I have voice confirmation for a bank order? What do you? I haven't called the bank in like 6 years. Anyway, yeah. So as humans, we typically tend to trust our senses before we start thinking. That's why deepfake and voiceover technologies are so dangerous these days. Because before we start thinking about what something could be, we see it first. When it's accompanied by a caption and a video, we see the video first and then we read the caption. And since there's video proof of the caption, we believe it. So AI has made it incredibly difficult to tell the real from fake nowadays. And it's not even fully developed yet. We've only had public access to this technology for maybe 5 years. Okay, so that was a little bit of a sad talk about the implementations of AI. So I want to show you guys something kind of funny that deepfake and voiceover technology could be used for. So this video is of the previous US presidents explaining the rules of differentiation using deepfake and voiceover technology. Obama sounds exactly like Obama. Trump sounds exactly like Trump, and Biden sounds exactly like Biden. Unfortunately, we couldn't get audio for you guys, but you can search these up. They're everywhere on like TikTok and Instagram. But it's really funny in this case. Yeah, so artificial intelligence isn't just about harmless pranks anymore. They're actually being used to weaponize and manipulate public opinion. So, again, why does this matter? AI has made it easier than ever to create false narratives of things that never happened. You can create a false image and you can put a false caption on it, and since those two are combined with the image and it looks really realistic, unfortunately, a lot of people are going to believe it. So, how do I propose we can solve this kind of issue of misinformation and propaganda on the internet? Well, first of all, I personally believe that AI is the next step in society. I believe that if humans ever near their technological limit, AI could be the ones to help them advance that. For example, with chess bots, humans need chess bots to improve themselves. Humans cannot beat the best chess bots. So this presentation is by no means a criticism on AI itself. It's a criticism on the people that use AI. So that being said, what I propose is that AI should be more heavily restricted. It should be less accessible to the general public, and those who use it should be, not like watched, but slightly monitored in a way. So we should be able to trace a video back to where it came from. Because unfortunately, AI has already taken over 2 of 5 of our senses. So how long do you think it'll take before touch, smell, taste, AI can replicate? Thank you for listening.